Hello guys and welcome back to another video. So this is the second part of the combat abilities behind the scenes footage that Runescape released on YouTube. So today we're going to be showing you the range and the mage combat abilities. So to start off, I'm going to be showing you a bit of footage on the range to begin with, because that's what's coming. That's the second ability shown in this video. So me and Jamie are going to stop it at certain parts and we'll say a bit about it, won't we, Jamie?
Yeah, and if you haven't seen part one, go watch that now before you watch this one.
Yeah, because, you don't want to be behind on the melee and stuff, because it's really interesting stuff that they're going to be releasing to this game. It's going to be really good. So, anyways, guys, this is going to be the first part of the footage, so enjoy, guys.
Yeah, that was some sort of whirlwind AoE attack.
Yeah, I've seen some people posting who are much further off though.
We're on range now. That's cool. What's he doing? Actually stunning his target.
Okay, so straight away we see that the RuneScape players now hold bows differently. He holds it in a bit more of a different stance. To be honest, I think that the way he holds the bow actually looks pretty decent. And straight away we actually seen that the archer teleported. I've never seen a ranger teleport before. Have you, Jamie?
Yeah, when he uses runes and that.
Oh yeah, but he actually didn't teleport to a separate location. He teleported about 3 squares away from him, which looked pretty beast. He stunned him so he couldn't move 3 places. But straight away we actually see that it took pretty long to fire an arrow. I hope it doesn't stay like that, but we see further on that that is not the case. You do not fire arrows at every 4 seconds. So yep, you can watch the rest, watch a bit more. So here we go, guys.
Love that, because like the character crouches down and hits him in the ankles. There you go.
Yeah,
Sneaking.
and he was also doing the one that is currently named Snipe, where he just holds the bow for a long time before letting go to have a more
I love
accurate.
that.
Okay guys, so as we can see there, the mod actually tells us what that special combat ability was when he stands there for ages before firing an arrow, and it's called Snipe, and it's supposedly going to be a powerful attack which could maybe finish off your enemy or something. We also saw a move like the range cape emote, where you fire an arrow into the air and it lands down. That looked pretty beast. We've seen that, your player don't just stay in one area. He fired that up in the air, and then he crouched and kicked him in the legs. So this is looking like a console game, to be honest, by the look of the way he's moving constantly, isn't it, Jim?
Yeah.
We're
Some people saying that this could make it worse, so.
Yeah, and it depends how powerful this update is. If they nerf the weapons and make it quite weak, because I've seen by this bow that it is hitting only 50s, but that is probably because this bow is actually an oak short bow. So, but there was a move just then where he fired about 4 arrows at once, which is something you thought 2 was a lot with a dark bow. This is 4.
Yeah.
That's gonna, imagine a 4D bow spec. You're screwed really there, aren't you? So yeah, this is some more. So here we go, guys. Here we go.
It's so simple, but like the way he lines it up, it's like, and it does like a dangerous shot, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it just looks so much
That blow up.
different.
Yeah. Oh, that one's so cool as well.
Okay, so there was a lot there, as we saw, guys. Still teleporting going on, firing arrows and stuff, and it all looked pretty interesting. He was hitting pretty high to say he has a rubbish short bow. And also, we've seen that there probably are some spikes. When you drink a pot, you get your range levels. Well, we saw where he kind of, a force field protected him, and he kind of like looked up into the sky. Maybe this is like a special combat ability that is like a mini prayer, where it like raises you by 5% accuracy. We don't know about this. It could be range tanks. One that raises your defense against mage or something. This is looking pretty deadly. This could make people want to do range, because by the scene of these attacks, they're pretty accurate, hitting constantly, and that's with an oak short bow. So do you think you might want to use range, Jamie, now?
Yeah, I've created a new account anyway, range tank.
Yeah.
But I don't think that'll be going on our channel though, because I don't know if I can be bothered working on it.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. Well, we'll make a ranger, a major, and a melee, and when this comes out, we'll see who's best. And you never know. By the look of this, I think melee looks like there's big hits. They're pretty accurate and hitting constantly. I think melee's going to outdo range yet again. So this is looking like a pretty decent update so far. So let's carry on.
It's like a fire arrow rain into the sky and it sort of crashes down on the opponent like an ice barrage for range.
Okay, so it seems that stunning the enemy is pretty regular by the look of this, you know. You seems to be kicking the opponent quite a lot and stunning him and, you know, teleporting. And it's dodgy how you run as well. You're running more stealthy, you know, you're crouched over more like a ninja in a way. And yeah, he's kind of running around and looks pretty beast. And then straight away we see the way he holds crossbows, which I am disappointed. Like, the way he holds a crossbow, this is just, it just looks horrible. You know, he's pointing his crossbow behind him, which I don't know why you'd want to point your crossbow that way when you're attacking someone the other way. You know, that's a bit dodgy, innit, Jamie? You won't face your crossbow that way. And it just looks so stupid, you know. If you stand around in the GE like that, somebody would definitely think you just look like a tard and that you need some mental help, but I don't know, this looks pretty bad the way you hold crossbows. Like, I love the way you hold the chaotic crossbow at the moment, how it just looks like a boss the way it is, but I think this could ruin it for crossbows. But yeah, let's see what combat abilities they have to do with crossbows. Here we go.
Jumping back. Saves hiding behind rocks, right? Poor guy's always stunned in these videos.
Okay, so that was actually the end of the range there. We saw how the way he fired crossbows. I think the way he fired the crossbow was actually pretty beast. You know, they've definitely improved it. They're not keeping the crossbow close to you anymore when you're firing it. You know, you're definitely getting your arm out there and firing it. But they didn't show much about the crossbow combat abilities, so maybe that they're pretty limited because you can already get enchanted specs, can't you? So
Yeah.
you know, I don't think they're going to be putting many abilities for the crossbow because, to be honest, enchanted's pretty deadly as it is, isn't it, with dragon bolts and stuff. And even worse when you got your swift gloves, you know, you just beast people, you know. But that's range, so now we're on to mage. Now, before I go on to mage, it is pretty boring. I'm not going to be saying much about the mage because I'm actually pretty disappointed about what you're going to see now. Straight away we see that he's wearing full arms and he's wearing just an ordinary staff, which is kind of dodgy. Why would you wear an ordinary staff with arms? You've got 70 mage, that's just dodgy. So this is the first bit of mage, so here we go, here's mage.
Yeah, now we're back onto magic for plenty more stunning.
Keeping it at distance, you don't have to hide cheaply behind walls and whatnot. He's got his like Back to the Future feet you might have just spotted there. I think the graphics guys are fans of that too. He's now sitting on fire.
Okay, so it looks like it's not really the same anymore now. We're not seeing fire surge, like how you fire now. It's changed a bit. It seems like you point your staff into the air and you kind of bring it down. And there's two ways of using a fire spell. But as we can see, this fire spell looks horrible. You know, the fire spell, it hits nothing. It's hitting 4s and 5s and the odd 50. You know, this just looks ridiculous. We did see him teleport. Again, it looked pretty deadly how he teleported, but, you know, it does look like a boss when he holds a staff, but he's holding it in two hands, so does this mean now that staffs are going to be two-handed? I don't know. So we'll just have to carry on and see what else they have to offer.
Poor guy just spends his life stunned, doesn't he?
Yeah, especially with the chalk. Another stunning attack.
Oh, that was terrible.
Okay, so we even have the mods saying that it actually looked terrible, like the way it was and stuff. And, you know, I don't really like mage. It doesn't look very good, doesn't look powerful, if people watch this who never played RuneScape before, I think people will definitely be picking melee because mage just looks so boring. You're hitting nothing. You know, Jamie, would you pick mage by the look of this? You know, hitting 50s and 4s instead of what you hit 500s with a rune two-handy?
No, I'm having to watch it on a different screen because Skype throws. Just onto the teleporting. Is that only in combat only, or can you teleport, like, if you want to get across the river, can you just teleport over, or is it only in combat?
I don't know, but I don't know how many squares you can teleport as well, you know. It could be only limited to around 3, maybe, I don't know. So, yeah, it doesn't look that good, does it, mage, to be honest?
Nah.
Looks something you wouldn't use, but I don't really
Looks
have.
a bit cheap.
Yeah, it looks at you. Looks, you know, we know mage to be really expensive, but you know, this just looks really bad. So, are these combat abilities for mage? Are they going to require runes? Maybe, I don't know. Or are they just combat abilities? Because, you know, we know with melee, you know, you don't need anything to cast them. So maybe there's going to be a mana bar. I don't know. A lot of people have been telling me, yeah, I think you're going to need a mana bar because, you know, obviously you can't just keep using them constantly, can you? So unless you have mana potions and stuff, or maybe it's just a recharge thing, like its little logo, and a big bar goes round it, and when the bar is completely round the circle, then like when you're leveling up your range and stuff, you have your range symbol, then you can use it again. I don't know, like how do you activate it? Can you use F keys? Like, is there going to be a new tab for it? Are they going to be on screen? Are they only allowed on action bars? Is there a drop bar menu for it? What do you think, Jamie?
I'm not sure. Like I can hardly see the screen, so
Yeah.
it's hard to know what's going on.
So, but I don't know. I think definitely this is going to be good for me and Jamie, as we are main melees. We're not like rangers or mages much. We are definitely melee, and I think this will help us out a lot, really, for making vids in the future. And I think this could help out PKers a lot. You know, people who aren't good at PKing, this might help them out a bit. You know, and you know, get some more kills for people who aren't as good, and you know, people won't be rage quitting because they always die, because you can whip out some major combo with these things. So yep, there's nothing really more to say about mage. I found mage boring, but if you want to find out what else happens in this video, in the last 2 minutes of this video, you can check out Runescape homepage, or you can go into the description below and follow the link to this video on YouTube and watch the whole thing yourself. So anyways guys, that is it. As we've seen, we've come to the conclusion that me and Jamie both think that the combat ability for melee looks the best, don't we, Jamie?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the best overall.
Yes, we're looking forward to that a lot. And if you can tell us what you think and your opinions on this update, you know, leave it in the description. And yeah, guys, we've got a series coming up. We're uploading it along with this video, so look out for that as well. So thank you guys. Tell your friends.
Also, can you leave a comment on how the mic sounds now, cause compared to the old one, so I know whether to use this one or not.
Yeah, so tell us about that then, guys. And yeah, thanks for watching. Tell your friends about our videos, you know, thumbs up, leave a comment and subscribe. So thanks guys, and I'll see you for another video. Bye guys.